Hello there, here I am. It's Wednesday at 12:30 and today I am going to talk about what you do in your business. So are you doing everything in your business? And my focus really is on just because you can doesn't mean that you should. And my outcome for this Facebook Live today is to get you to think about the priority activities that only you can do. It's to think about the ones that absolutely nobody else can do, and to outsource all other activities that get in the way of you being as magnificent as you can be for most of the time. So I remember when I first started my business, the sales consultancy, over 20 years ago, and at that time, you know, I was a new and fledgling company and I used to do my own accounts. Now, I had a financial background. I'd worked in a bank before I started, before I got into sales, and so I had an idea of how to do accounts, and I had an idea of how to record financial activity. But did I like doing it? No, I did not. And whilst I really loved raising invoices, I used to have this spreadsheet that I used to update all of the time, and then I'd pass it all over to the accountant. Well, as soon as I started to generate enough money, I outsourced that activity, even though it didn't take me way too much time, but it stopped me from doing what is my strength, which is sales. So I was able, as soon as I outsourced that activity, able to spend more time generating new clients. And that's how I want you to think on. I know that you know, in terms of when you're new or when you're a small business, there are lots of things that you have to do, and there are always going to be those things, but you pay with either time or money, and that's how you get a return, with either an investment of time or an investment of money. And I want you to think about, well, I might not have money to pay someone to do that. I want you to think, if I paid somebody to do that, how much more money could I generate in my business because of the time that that gives me? Now, there are a couple of questions that I want you to ponder on. And the first one is, what must absolutely be done by you? And that could be, like for me, it's the training delivery in that particular niche where I am an expert. That doesn't mean I can't use other trainers to deliver other things or certain elements, but I know that for the clients who already have a relationship with me, I need to deliver that training because I have an ongoing relationship with them. And maybe for a new client, I can put a different trainer in. So I absolutely need to do that. I absolutely need to do my meetings with prospects, because, and I hate to share this with some of you because I know some of you find sales challenging, you are the best salesperson for your small business. There is no one that's going to have the expertise in your business like you. There's no one that's going to have the enthusiasm, passion and drive to really want to generate new clients and the resources and money that generates for you. So you are the best salesperson for your business. So you absolutely need to do sales. Now, it doesn't mean you have to do all of it. So say, for example, you're not very good at copywriting, you can absolutely outsource copywriting. So I want you to come up with one list where you absolutely must do these things. Now, when I get clients to come up with this list, often they are attached to something that they like doing but actually they don't need to do, or historically it's been essential for them to do that activity but now they don't need to do that and it's taking up time. So once you've created the list, I want you to look at that list and say, how essential is it that I do that activity? Even if it only takes a few minutes, even if it's something that is important, so it could be the copywriting, for example. If you find a good copywriter, they can write in your voice. You obviously have to give them, like, this is what I want the blog about, these are the bullets, these are the points I want to get across, and you can do that more quickly than pondering on the right words for that. So even when you've come up with a list of I absolutely must do this activity, I then want you to review it and be really critical of whether you should or not, because think of everything you say yes to, you are saying no to something else. So if you say yes to that activity, you're saying no to more time spent on developing relationships with prospects, for example. You're saying no to going to networking events. You're saying no to following up proposals that you've written. You know, every time you say yes to something, you're saying no to something else. And every time you say no to that activity, you could say yes to those things that make a bigger difference to your business. So that's the first question and the review of that list. Then I want you to think about the activities that you do that take you a long time because they're not your strength. And that could be bookkeeping, or it could be the detailed stuff. So I, for example, in the main and big picture in my thinking, and not in all areas, when I deliver training I become more detailed because people need that, but if I'm left to my own natural devices, I am much broader in my thinking. So I know that when I have to come up with the nitty gritty details, it takes me a long time. So I have somebody that I work with who's amazing at the detail. And some of you actually know him. Jonathan Mills, who is my business partner, is fabulous at doing the detail. So he takes what's in my head and he makes it detailed and comprehensive so that my ideas can come to fruition. And so he's amazing at that. Now, you don't have to have a business partner that's good at the very thing that you're not good at, because there are lots of people out there, freelancers, people who hire themselves out by the hour, who could do what you do. Well, say for example there's a job and it takes you 4 hours to do it. They would probably do it in an hour because that is their strength. So I want you to think about all the activities that take you a long time and find someone who does it really quickly in a short space of time, because you only have to pay them for those hours that they do, and then you get 4 hours of free time that you can focus on income producing activity and activities that have a bigger and faster impact on your business. So there you have it. Focus on what you're good at and what you do quickly and what you do well, and get rid of the other stuff that frees you up to earn the money that you can pay these other people to do those things for you. If you've got any questions, as usual, put them in the comments below and I'll get back to you and respond to your questions, give you my thoughts and ideas or my take on that. And until next week, have an awesome day, have an awesome week, and I'll see you next Wednesday at 12:30. Bye for now.